think I'm gonna risk this. It's another enchantment. It will give +1/+0, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So let's see. 8, and now it's 14. Oh my god, just for one. Oh my god, that's crazy. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be a standard deck tag. I call it busted auras, but it's a regular aura deck. You already know what this deck wants to do. Before we go into that, do not forget we have a giveaway going on, so hop into my socials, do whatever the pinned post says, especially on Instagram and TikTok. Good luck to you. Hopefully you'll win something cool. Now, heading on to the deck, it's a pretty simple, straightforward aura deck, which is a strategy that I really like. Actually, you have very small creatures that do stuff. So Optimistic Scavenger, Slumbering Keep Guard, Veteran Survivor. A Most Helpful Weaver is an enchantment and creates a token, Spellbook Vendor, and Wonder Weave Aerialist that I'm going to put to the side here because that card is insane. It's a 2/2 for 2. It has War 2, and if it's modified, meaning if it has counters, if it has an enchantment, if it has an equipment, whatever, it gains flying. Obviously, what you want to do is put most of your enchantments and equipments or whatever, your auras, into the Wonder Weave Aerialist so you can kill your opponents that way. But Wonder Weave Aerialist and Sheltered by Ghosts is just a crazy combo. You can stack 2 or 3 of these and it's basically unkillable. Well, it's basically untargetable. Let me put it that way. That makes a lot more sense. But even if your opponents can target your Aerialist, you can protect it with the Shard Mage's Rescue. Let's say your opponent has a Shelter by Ghosts of its own. If you don't take it out with Shelter by Ghosts, you take it out with a Sim Rip, and Ethereal Armor and Feather of Flight can just end games for you. So this deck does a little bit of a lot of things. It creates tokens, it scries, it flies, it deals with your opponent's things, it protects your most important creatures with the Shard Mage's Rescue, it draws some cards with the Feather of Flight. I think that's what it does the least, and it probably should do a little bit more. But in this video, and I think this is the first time I'm doing this, you're gonna watch 10 games, only 1 loss. And the loss is only here because I want you to see how it was, how it came about, and because it came after a win that happened in also a very weird way. So it's the second and third game. I think you can go watch it and you'll understand what I mean. So this deck deals with a lot of issues. If you're playing against graveyard decks, you have Veteran Survivor to exile cards. If you're playing against the Cub deck, you have Sheltered by Ghosts and Sim Rip to deal with that. If you're playing against low to the ground strategies, you just make your creatures huge and put a Feather of Flight in them and just attack. So there's a lot of things you can do. You're gonna see me win several different ways, if I'm not mistaken, mostly with the Aerialist. That's also a fact. That is a very important creature in this deck. But yeah, it's an extremely cheap deck, only 6 rares, and you can build this, and trust me, you will rank up a lot. So I babbled on for a long time already. Not gonna say anything else, gonna let the games speak for themselves. Let's get into some games. Okay guys, so this deck is doing some numbers, or has been doing some numbers recently, so let's hope it works for me too. Sure, I'll keep this. It's not terrible. I can play a turn 1 Survivor or Veteran, turn 2 Wonder Weave Aerialist, and I already have a couple enchantments there as well, so can't really complain about this one, at least as of now. But we have to be very careful with the mole deck, right? That's gonna be like the actual biggest issue here. I'll go with that one, and I'll go with the aura on the Aerialist, I think. I'll attack with both. I don't really care if he trades or not, but I was assuming he wouldn't, so I guess that kind of worked out. This deck can go pretty quickly, but we'll see. This doesn't scare me as much as it usually does, because we're talking about, I'm gonna put a counter on this one. We're talking about Dragon Sniper as reach and death touch, but this bad boy right here as first strike, so that is something. I'm gonna attack with all three. Let's see what he does. He blocks there, no worries. And there. I will go with that. Kinda wanna see what we get. Plus, we will deal a little bit more damage, which is always nice. And I'll take out the Dragon Sniper because of the... I'm gonna go with just this. I don't know if that's smart or not. Okay, I don't mind that at all. We win. We win this game. So pretty good first game, showing exactly what the deck wants to do. Was against oh, we're almost in the rank up, so I'm assuming the next game is going to be a little bit more difficult. It was against a Noroboroid deck, mono green. No, it's not mono green obviously, but Simic, but I don't really know what purpose the blue would serve here, I mean, so guess we didn't really have time to find out either. Let's get into another one. Okay, Pasquale is our next opponent. Let's see. Not great, not terrible. I'll keep because of the protection and sheltered by ghosts, to be honest. I would trade the veteran survivor for scavenger. I think that's the name, right? Yeah, optimistic scavenger, but the veteran survivor is not that bad, so let's see. If it dies, it dies. There's not a lot we can do. That's what I always say, so there we go. That's fine by me. Like, the only thing our opponent did right there was waste a perfect good graveyard exiling. And now he is in trouble. That's pretty easy to understand because, well, he's in trouble. He's not necessarily in trouble, but you get what I'm saying. I have a Shard Mage's Rescue if he tries to do something about my one creature, you know? We are gaining a bunch of life. This has double strike already. We are going to do that and see if we can get something better. There we go. Another one. So we're not gonna win the game right now, but we're gonna gain a bunch of life. Good game, I guess. I don't know if our opponent's gonna kill our creature or just... No, Bloodletter, okay. And I don't know. I will go with that. Let's draw again. Oh my god, the game is just giving me wins. This is ridiculous. Like, this win was just given to me by the shuffler. The shuffler giveth and the shuffler taketh away, or something along those lines. I'm not gonna respond to that. That's always a trap, but this was ridiculous, man. Like, we got re-sheltered by ghosts, 2 of them after drawing with a Feather of Light. So this is the type of game that usually you'll only see me or everyone else complain when it's the other way around, but I'm here complaining, keeping consistency, maintaining my discourse that this is weird, and it felt like a given win. You know, these things can happen for sure, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a random draw, so you could be in a very lucky day, but at the same time I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel random, but that's just me. Tinfoil moment on. Let's get into another one. Okay, so 2 wins in 2 games. Dietrich, I don't know, is the next one. This isn't a terrible hand. The next one, our next opponent. So probably one of the rescues, I would assume. No, okay, that's interesting. And we got a 4th land that we do not want, but our opponent doesn't really know that, so... And greedy freebooter, okay. And another land. Okay, see, so the first win was given, the second win is whatever you want to call it. The second win, this the last win was given. This one is just ridiculous, this game, but it is what it is. Not gonna block, no. Let's see what happens. We have 2 shard mages rescues. I'm gonna sim rip something. Probably the greedy freebooter. We have more sim rip, so it seems like a decent play, you know. Don't know if it is, but it seems like one. Loses all abilities and you destroy that creature. This does nothing, right? Yeah, this does nothing, so that's fine. Oh my god. I'm not gonna say anything because we were given a win in the game priors. Oh my. I'm keeping my cool, guys. You're the one exaggerating. I'm definitely keeping. Oh, I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna play this just to take this one out. Why not, right? Why the hell not? This game, and it's terrible. This is a terrible game and people don't believe this. Terrible in the sense that, you know, it does things like this constantly. Obviously this is magic, so it's fantastic, but it is ridiculous how much these things happen. Okay, and that does nothing. And now we have 2 more shard mages rescue, which that's not necessarily a problem. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but obviously. But it's also not the greatest thing. And more land, we are going to just attack, obviously. Our opponent has something to try and take out the scavenger. That's pretty obvious. We have another shard mages rescue. That much our opponent is perfectly aware of. I don't know why. Maybe he thinks like, oh, there's only 2, so I can kill him now. But I think we're gonna have a little surprise for our opponent, or not. That's fine. Like there's nothing I can do about that. So ethereal armor would have been fantastic a turn ago, but yeah, sure, I'll take it. Like this deck has a bunch of creatures, and the only way I'm getting out of this is well, I'm not I'm not getting out of this. So I don't know, man. See, like this is ridiculous. The shuffler gave me everything last game, and it took everything from me this game. So it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is the shuffler at work. Congratulations, D3. It was your time, and we are out of this. Can't be that mad considering how much the shuffler offered us the win the game prior, but you know, it still feels terrible. The win felt terrible, and this loss was just ridiculous. This is like a what, a 20 maybe 22 land deck, and we got 8 planes, we got 3 shard mages rescues, 2 ethereal armors, and only 2 creatures. Only 2 creatures in a deck that has at least, I'm gonna say 12, if I'm not missing any, not counting obviously the most helpful weaver. But we have 4 scavengers, 4 survivors, and 4 aerialists or something like that, right? I'm sure I'm missing something, but at least those 12. So I think this game is gonna go in the video either way, but it is what it is. Let's get into another one. Okay, so let's see what I have no idea what that says. B-Shock, maybe, probably, as in store for us. I completely forgot about the spellbook vendor. I'm gonna check now. So we have much more than 12. We have 4, 6, 10, 12, 16 creatures and 18 lands. So that's how much the game wanted us to lose last game. So it is what it is. Like I said, hopefully this one will go a little bit better. The game completely given us a win. or gave us a win, I mean, in the game prior. So again, can't be that mad. Still sucks though. Um, hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna go with the vendor, actually. No attacks, obviously. This deck, if it's a regular rabbit deck, bunny deck, whatever you want to call it, I think it has bigger threats than a seasoned Warren Guard, but we'll see. Plus, next turn we can Feather of Flight or Sheltered by Ghosts or whatever. We are going to Shelter by Ghosts the Seam Rip, so all good. And we get a Shard Mage's Rescue. That's great. That is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna take out the Seam Rip. I'm gonna put the counter there. Gonna gain a little bit of life. Not gonna pay the 1, unfortunately. Just because I really want to keep the Shard Mage's Rescue open. If our opponent gets the 3rd land, it's gonna be very easy to take out whatever. Okay, up to it. That's not like... That's not the best, but it's not the worst either, so we'll take it. That's not great. So I'm going to Feather of Flight. We will draw 1 more card. I'll put it there, obviously. It would be stupid not to. And I will now pay the 1. I'll put it there again. Put it there. I'm gonna go all out there. Does not really matter. We're gonna get a Scry. It would be another land again. 18 land deck, guys. 18 land deck, and we're seeing we already have 4, and we would have had 5. I'm gonna let that one resolve. He's gonna pay the ward, and now I will go with that. And I'm fairly certain that's going to be game over for our opponent. Exactly. There we go. So, even with the Shuffler... How are we going to call this? Shenanigans. The Shuffler shenanigans. We still managed to get a win. Optimistic Scavenger carried us through the game. The Seam Rip was easy to deal with because we had a Sheltered by Ghosts and a Shard Mage's Rescue. Kind of solved all our issues when our opponent got his own Sheltered by Ghosts. But Feather of Flight are always very, very good and important as well, just to get that little extra evasion. So pretty decent. Let's get into another one. Jumping right in against Dark Pup. I also have a Dark Pup. Maybe I'll put my Dark Pup in a picture of my Dark Pup in the edit. So I'm gonna keep because we have a Most Helpful Weaver and we have Aerialist, which is very good. We're playing against Life Gain, which is extremely obvious. But since we don't have a creature to play on turn 1, we can immediately Seam Rip. And our opponent at least loses the ability to gain life that easily. Because now if he has a Pride Mate or a Essence Channeler or whatever, does nothing. And we got our 4th land, of course. We always have 4 lands. I'm gonna go with this one just because it already has Ward 2. And next turn we can go Sheltered by Ghosts and Ethereal Armor if we can. Obviously, I don't know what our opponent's gonna do to the Aerialist. It's not that difficult to take out, especially if he has 3 mana. You can have a Seam Rip and pay the ward, but if not, then Aerialist will be very, very, very difficult to deal with if we can Shelter by Ghosts and then Ethereal Armor. It's gonna be big, it's gonna be extremely well protected, you know. Okay, so he found a way to gain a little bit of life. I will take the 3, obviously. Okay, so Sheltered by Ghosts on the Aerialist. We will take the Ajani's Pride Mate. We could have taken the Ruin Lurker Bat, but I think this one is a little bit better. And now we're gonna ethereal armor, and it's a lifelink first strike flying with ward 2 plus ward 2 6/5. And next turn I can play these two and eventually give something double strike, which is gonna be amazing. And when I say eventually, I mean in 2 turns, 3 turns. But we'll see. Our opponent is gaining a lot of life, and he will keep gaining a lot of life, but I don't know how easily he will. So I'm gonna go with this, obviously, because this will help us. This will help us get our aerialist bigger, and it will help us with the reach that the spiders have. The spiders are here just to pretty much try to kill the lurker bat and the healer zoc. So okay, I am perfectly fine with that. No attacks, that is also perfectly fine. I will go with there, and I'll go with there, trying to spread. Oh, it becomes legendary. Oh, that was dumb. Oops. So for now, nothing really. I'm gonna attack with both. I'm gonna put some pressure on our opponent. Let's see if he tries to like double block the spider or something. Hey, maybe he doesn't want to block anything. That would be great. Okay. Okay, he didn't want to. So I'm gonna go with Optimistic Scavenger, and I'm gonna put the other aerialist on the battlefield. Let's see where our opponent got, because he can take care of one aerialist but not the other. Oh, he's good gaming us. So good game. We got the win. A sim rip would also be extremely helpful in this situation. We would have gotten rid of one of the flyers, probably the Ruin Lurker Bat, and we would have given most likely the counters and stuff to other creatures, because he would have to block the aerialist, you know. But aerialist mixed with Shelter by Ghosts and Ethereal Armor just carried us throughout the whole game. The most helpful weaver was also pretty good. I shouldn't have put the two counters on both spiders, but I guess I didn't read the card fully, so didn't really matter in the end. Let's get into another one. J. Bush the Mighty. Ugh, only one land. Like, we have stuff to do, and we're going first. I think I'll keep. I'm gonna risk it. We've been drawing so many lands. This is not what anyone should do, but I think I'll keep. Like, if our opponent doesn't really do anything, okay, so I see how the game's gonna go. We are going to go like 1 or 2 more turns, maybe with like 3 turns, 1 land. That's what I'm gonna call this. Okay, an angel deck. We have a sim rip. See? I know this game, man. You can say whatever you want. I know this game. There and there. Spreading out the wealth. Still only 1 land. We need at least 1 more. That's a good thing. So I'm going to just attack for now. And I'll go with the aerialist actually. Now let's see, maybe a board wipe or something. No, another Giada and another angel. Oh, a Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay, so 1 Optimistic Scavenger. That is not great, but I can still is Sheltered by Ghosts with my own Sheltered by Ghosts. And now we are doing the same thing we did last last game, I think, or something like that, where we basically just... I'm gonna attack with both, put some pressure on. Hey, that's fine by me. Where we gave Ward 4 basically to all our creatures, but Exemplar of Light, that's fine ish. Fine ish. So I will... this will give 2 counters. Okay, so I'll put that one there. We will draw. I'm gonna put 2 counters there. You are watching what I'm gonna attack with all. I doubt he just blocks the 1/1. I mean, he cannot. He dies. So he's gonna block 6/5, take 4. We're gonna go up to 30 life, but let's see. If our opponent doesn't have anything, we win. Even if our opponent has a creature that costs 1 mana, an angel, 1 mana angel, and another Exemplar of Light, I think we're good. We got the other thing we needed, so I'm just gonna go with this. All of them are now big. I'm gonna put the counters here. There's no point not to, and I'm just gonna attack. And we got another win. So again, what I did was completely wrong. I shouldn't have taken the 1 mana hand, obviously, but I don't know what happened with our opponent. I think he also got a little bit mana screwed there because let's be honest, 2 demolition fields and basically no colored land. I mean, yeah, the Cavern of Souls that taps for whatever color and planes, and he chose Angel. He played 2 Exemplar of Light, 2 Giadas, but we kind of had the answer, and that's the thing with this deck. It answers a lot of problems, so we still had a bunch of stuff in our hand, but not a lot of mana to play it. We didn't see the Shard Mage's Rescue, nor did we actually need it. Like this with Ward 2 plus Ward 2 just becomes crazy, so pretty decent. Let's get into another one. It took me a while to press the button to start recording, but I'm here now. Let's see, the video didn't start that well, so okay, we can immediately sim rip. That doesn't seem like a terrible choice to us, or to me in this case, because once again I'm the only one playing. Okay, Momentum Breaker. I'll discard the card, sure. I'll discard the... not the Veteran Survivor. I'll discard 1 planes. Why not? We're gonna get more, I'm sure. Okay, I'm gonna go with 2 creatures instead of just 1, and I will decide what I will take out. Or our opponent kills both, and we are still living life to the fullest. Maybe a Raise the Past would be good in this deck. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous card. I will say it without any worries. So I'm gonna go with the Aerialist. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I know what's coming, but let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong. It can't be, right? Okay. I don't know if that was the smartest thing for our opponent, but again, let's see. Let him pay the ward. And now we'll Shard Mage's Rescue. And this is now a 6/6 with first strike, flying, and ward 2. So again, still easy to kill, but at least it dealt a little bit of damage. And our opponent just killed. Sure. Should I go with this? I'll go with this. Screw it. I will pay the 1. That's now a 3/3 with Vigilance, so let's see. I mean, eventually our opponent has to run out of goddamn removal, right? Eventually. I'll decline. There you go. Okay. That costs 2, so he only has 1 speed. I will take that one. Like, our opponent definitely has something. We need to be aggressive, but it might be the momentum breaker. But I'm fairly certain our opponent does have something. I'll go there. Let's see. I'm scrying, which is awesome. I don't want that one. Great card, don't get me wrong. Probably much better than the planes I'm gonna get, but... And we got another win. Okay, so this one was a little bit different than everything else. In the sense that our opponent just had removal, removal, removal. We managed to survive a little bit thanks to the... what was it? Thanks to the Shard Mage's rescue. But 2 Shoot the Sheriffs, 1 Seeker's Folly, 1 Bitter Triumph, or 1 Shoot the Sheriff and 1 Bitter Triumph, I guess. Oh, and 1 Momentum Breaker, obviously. It's a typical mono black discard removal IV deck, but sucks to play against. But we were, not gonna say lucky, but a little bit lucky with all of this. So let's get into another one. Okay, so gee whiz, Batman. I don't know if it's Batman, but maybe I am old. Doesn't matter. Let's see, this hand seems decent. Let's see if we have a chance here of doing something. So I'm gonna go with the Keep Guard first because I want to start scrying. I wonder if this is a cub deck. I think I will chill a little bit with the Simrip and the Shelter by Ghost. I'm gonna attack, he's not gonna block, obviously. So next turn, especially if this is a cub deck, we're going to probably use Simrip and Shelter by Ghost. But we'll see. Okay, a Shelter by Ghost of its own. Interesting. We will just do what we did the other time, but not with the Sheltered by Ghosts. I think I'm going to utilize the Simrip. 2 or less. Yeah, that's it. So that one there. Take out the Sheltered by Ghosts. I could have taken out the Lanoir Elves. 5 mana. Thanks. I'm gonna go with the Veteran Survivor now. I don't think I need to go all out with the Sheltered by Ghosts, you know. Even if our opponent has another one, which I'm very glad he doesn't. I can take this out, right? So there. Sheltered by Ghosts. Take out the Felidar Retreat. Let's see what we get. Optimistic Scavenger, always good. We'll play that one, and we're gonna go with that one. So we have a big flying lifelink first strike boy with Ward 4 right now, so we'll see. Our opponent just needs a Shelter by Ghosts, right? Okay, so good game. We got another one, another quick, easy win. We had a response for everything, and we're almost in Platinum Tier 2, so I mean, can't really complain. Let's see what happens next. So let's see if we can take out Mad Hockey Nut right now. I think I'll take this. This is not a terrible hand. Hopefully we will be able to, and we just got, oh my god. We just got the deck, I guess. It's not, is it? But I'm gonna assume it's one of those bounce decks that are just disgusting. I'm gonna go with the Aerialist just because it has Yeah, I forgot about nowhere to run special ability. Uh, okay. Green bubble, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, so we actually have a chance, I think. I'm going to Sim Reap the Storm Chaser's talent, first of all. And then I'm going to Sheltered by Ghosts. The... what? The what? That one, I guess. Just because it's gonna be helpful to have it. Right now, Wonderweave Aerialist. Oof, Quantum Riddler is a very good card, but we'll see. Like, I'm going to most definitely... Oof, yeah. So, I have 2 enchantments. I think I'm gonna risk this. It's another enchantment. It will give +1/+0. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So let's see. 8. And now it's 14. Oh my god, just for 1. Oh my god, that's crazy. That is absolutely insane, man. Thunder Trap Trainer. And we got the win. Fantastic. We took our opponent to just 1 life. We got the land exactly where we needed it, which, you know how I feel about that, but it's different in this situation. It's different than the other 2 games. I mean, we're on 10 games right now. Most of them have between 2 and 3 minutes. We ranked twice just in this video, so I think this is a pretty good showing of the deck. Let's get to the final thoughts, guys. So, final thoughts, everyone. As you can clearly see, this deck works like a charm. It's a very simple strategy. You have to be a little bit lucky, obviously, to draw the cards that you need, but Wonderweave Aerialist mixed with Ethereal Armor and Sheltered by Ghosts is basically, it's not unkillable because any board wipe will kill it. Your opponents can have a Sheltered by Ghosts on our Sheltered by Ghosts, a Sim Reap on our Sheltered by Ghosts, you know. There's a lot of things that can make your life very difficult, but it seems like this deck has the answer to pretty much every little thing that your opponent puts in front of you. In a way, I can compare it to mono red decks because they're very fast. You either win by turn 3 or 4 or you lose by turn 3 or 4. There's no in between, or at least you already know that you're going to lose by turn 3 or 4, but usually you're winning super early in the game. Like, this video has 10 games that never happen and only one of them is a loss, and it's only here because of the way that the loss came about, you know. In this deck, I think the only thing you don't really have is card draw, but you do have a lot of scrying with cards like the Slumbering Keep card and the roll with Spellbook Vendor. So you scry a lot, which helps flush out the trash from your deck, which is pretty decent, and fish out the actual responses that you need. So pretty good, man. The deck works. Try it out. This is like a meta deck that answers meta decks, so can't really ask for a lot more. I think you guys are gonna have fun. Like, this is nothing new, but it works like a charm in my opinion. So really try it out if you're struggling to get above the level that you are. It's decently easy to learn. It's very good. I have a fantastic win rate with it, surely over 85%. Ask me in the comments and I'll respond to you if you guys want. So there's not a lot more I can say, except if you liked the video, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It's extremely appreciated. We are doing a giveaway, do not forget about that. So go follow my socials, go do the comments, go, you know, do all of that. The shorts are coming to YouTube as well, so hopefully you guys are seeing them. We are not going to reach our 400 sub goal probably by the end of the year, but we can start the new year with a bang. So let's hopefully get there, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.